Hey, welcome back to this waste of a time of a channel. Today we are in the Season 3 finale of The Wire. This is Episode 12, Mission Accomplished. Now, I'm recording this on Sunday morning. Just watched the previous two Saturday. Just watched the previous 2 or 3 before that. So really fresh in my mind. Really eager to see what the hell is going to happen. Especially with, all the goings-on of last episode. I have not edited the last 2, but, holy shit, Stringer apparently gone. I saw the hand move, but that many shots, unprotected, point blank. Omar and Muzone, both professionals, wouldn't have left somebody there still alive. So, dead. I'm just going with dead. But Stringer did get the word out to Colvin about where Avon's stash houses and where everything was, all the weapons and grenades and shit, so I don't know. Wait, was that Stringer trying to get Avon arrested before Avon could move against Stringer? Is that what that was? Maybe Stringer will get the last laugh. We'll see what happens, but there's a whole bunch of things in my head. I want to continue some shows and seasons. I want to introduce new stuff. We'll get there. This is not important to now. I'm just thinking out loud and waving my hands. Doing the imaginary giant. Speaking of boobs, the only nudity we've had recently would be Carcetti's assistant, who will I ever learn her name? I don't know. Carcetti's assistant just laying around in the hotel with her ass cheeks out. But because I haven't edited the prior episodes, it's not fresh in my head which characters or scenarios or plot lines I left out, so I don't know who to follow up with now. Amsterdam, we're going to see how that goes. Colvin and Avon stuff, how's that going to go? And I'm wondering, last episode I think it was, McNulty and Kima thought they saw, was it Beatty from Season 2, and they drove up to this lady and it wasn't her? Which makes me wonder did they only do that to try to put in the audience's head, oh yeah, Season 2, which makes me wonder if Season 4 is going to weave like the Greek or Frank's nephew, or, Ziggy's in jail. But if any of the Season 2 characters are going to get woven back into all this. But I don't know. That's Season 4. We're not there yet. I don't know when I'm getting there, and I'm still sitting on this episode, not hitting play yet. So, let's do that. Season 3, Episode 12, Mission Accomplished. Here we go.
Who's got the scene?
Massey and Crutchfield working. Norris is on his way to the morgue. He'll beat the bodies there.
How about the crime lab?
Get enough oxygen here. He's getting the full treatment.
Dude's in shock. Do they know it's Stringer yet? Have they ID'd it?
Mayor's office already called twice, worried sick about the man.
You kidding me?
It's a whole lot of campaign contributions sitting on the back of that ambo.
Shotgun, semi-auto. One Vic is a West Side soldier with a pretty healthy sheet.
Can you describe
The other is a major player in Daniel's wiretap case, Russell Bell. Owner and co-developer of this here. Another downtown real estate.
Meanwhile, Watkins just gets away with all that fucking money.
I saw only the one of them. He was black. Big, I thought. With a large weapon.
BNBG.
Soldier 1 downstairs, right?
Too more like it upstairs.
No.
I see him breathing. I see the actor breathing. Heavy breathing.
For the last 6 months.
Heavy breathing. What the fuck, guy? These slow close-ups on Jimmy in the first season or 2 that everyone yelled at me whenever I pointed them out and was suspicious. It's all because a comment said, and when you're done the show, watch the very first episode again. And I was like, oh god, big rug pull, what's it going to be? And then these little shots are here. Couldn't really get a read on Jimmy there. Like, disappointed that they lost the case. Disappointed that Stringer's out of the game. Because they've been talking about what happens when the case closes. Another case. I cut a bunch of it out, but Freeman was talking to him about what his life and...
I caught him, Bunk.
He's breathing too.
On the wire, I caught him. He doesn't fucking know it.
I don't know what the fuck this was. It's like people say, yeah, you know, act free, be young. Age is just a number, you know, blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, my grandmother acts like a 12-year-old. So it's like there's got to be a minimum before you stop that behavior, right? If she heard that, she's gonna beat me. We fight on that lie, Slim Charles. Not to be confused with Skinny Pete.
I know you love that. Ugh, I hated it.
I was thinking maybe.
I'm proud of you, Dennis. Be well.
Yeah, the cheek, that's the goodbye. That's the
Shut that fucking door.
The abruptness is so funny.
Yo, Slim, man. Just say the word. Say the motherfucking word.
We gonna bounce back on the motherfucker, no question.
Bounce back on who?
Marlo, boss. Oh, he gon' fall.
Marlo ain't got shit to do with it. Marlo couldn't get String like that. String died because of some other shit. Nigga, String was right about this shit, man. Fuck Marlo. Fuck this fucking war. All this beef over a couple of fucking corners.
Don't matter who did what to who at this point. Fact is, we went to war, and now there ain't no going back. If it's a lie, then we fight on that lie.
I knew it was
But
coming.
we gotta fight.
What else do you get off him?
200 cash, set of keys, license.
President Street address?
Got landsmen banging out a warrant for the place.
Fuck the politics for a minute. What if the man happens to be right?
Legalizing drugs.
Crime is down in his district, and people on that side of town, they're okay with it.
Look, if you don't exist, what happens here? If there's no Tommy Carcetti in this thing, what's likely to happen?
The mayor and Burrell, they shut this thing down. I figure the mayor's trying to find a way to shut it down and make it look like it was an enforcement plan in case it goes public.
They dealt you a winning hand, and you're acting like you forgot how to play.
Is he min-maxing or scheming or trying to find the... I don't know. What's he doing?
We were concentrating our resources on high-level traffickers. How would that play?
Well, if I could show off that kind of casework, yeah, maybe. But they've been doing street rips for so long now, I don't think a high level exists.
Throwing up?
At the major...
If someone else gets sick, I'm going to say group poisoning.
Just that for the sake of public perception, huh? Come on, people, work with me on this thing.
Fucked up, ain't it? Marlo need to get his ass dropped. Him and all his crew.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought somebody would Game of Thrones the mayor's office during lunch.
Every mention puts it on Marlo Stanfield's crew, which means the war's gonna ratchet up, no question. Where's Jimmy?
He went with Bunk Moore in the rifle stringer spot downtown.
How'd he take it?
Like Stringer was Ken.
Stick a pin in that one. Maybe.
This is Stringer? Yeah.
Man, he's got the swords fucking upside... They're supposed to be crested up, not crested down, right? Who's the set designer? I could be wrong.
What the fuck was I chasing?
Yeah. Crested up, it would lend itself to falling out. The wealth nation. They knew he went to college and was taking business courses and shit though, right?
What's done is done.
Oh yeah, to get the meeting, because Muzone was like, he sleeps, he's alive.
Gay-ass gangsters. Please.
Now, Lamar. Don't make me slap you like a bitch.
I took it for as long as I could.
It's cool, man.
It being your town, I trust you to do it proper.
What? My mind came up with like 3 different things that could be.
Told him over at Comstock about my little experiment.
Bosses went crazy, huh?
Fuck the bosses.
Anyway, there's a wartime layup for your man Barksdale. My source is telling me the man's there most of the time with a lot of muscle.
That's a hell of a tip.
That right there might be the last bit of police work in a long and storied career. How'd I talk to you, Bush Top?
Which one is Ali?
Motherfucker, I can't believe you, son.
He was his champ, too. Look, any man still standing at the end of a round, you can't call him soft. That's a rule, all right?
There's no phone extension in the place. Just these cell phone chips.
Damn.
100 of them. Stringer had his own phone. He just changed the number every time he changed the chip. Shamrock 2 probably with whatever phone he used to call Bell.
Cautious man.
Yes and no.
Not cautious enough. Yeah, what are we pulling Freeman aside for? What are you not telling the rest of the class?
Before Stringer Bell got aced, he went out of his way to put in his good friend Avon Barksdale. That's a Barksdale safe house.
Where'd you get this? Colvin. Calls to the Western.
Where's Daniels?
He's got this thing downtown. It's for his wife.
It's not enough to make up for Stringer.
It'll do for now.
One dead and a bead on another. That's pretty decent overall, you know.
And it is these residents who most need a strong voice at City Hall. Time has come for a change. And I believe I can bring about that change.
It's kind of cool, the lieutenant's wife running for office, you know?
That bitch!
Stringer Bell. Damn. But who could have got to him? I mean, if it wasn't Joel on it. You know Avon's gonna put it on you, right?
I'm thinking it might be what you call one of them good problems.
I heard Colvin's in deep shit downtown.
Looking at this right here, you might not be the only one.
These stripes are going with him.
Yo, you think I could get like $5? I need like $5 to get on bus.
I look like a tourist to you?
I swear to God.
Looking like that, walking into an open-air drug market, why the hell would I think you'll spend my $5 on bus fare?
Because I already got my blast.
Hey. Oh, yeah. The whole I Miss Us thing. And they were apart for a while. Wait a minute, is that... I get that that's Kima, but I want to...
You've been drinking like your ass is candy. That's shameful shit.
Jameson out by the railroad tracks. Always classy.
If I remember, your boy, he had no love for the Barksdale people.
Execution style, that don't play like Omar Little.
We're gonna push past 300 murders before New Year's. Shit is fucked.
Hey, Cheryl. Picking up a prisoner. Yeah, I spoke to her about 10 minutes ago. Well, she'll call when she gets the message.
How many times has he emptied that fucking bottle and there's always more? What's this, continuity or a forever bottle? Yeah, okay. Okay, he could probably pick up the broken bottle and still get another swig out of it.
I'm tired, Bunk. Let's go.
They voted to have a civilian review board look at it.
It wasn't unanimous. And there were people there speaking for you.
I heard that too. So, 6 out of 10 black officers think I'm just an asshole racist.
On the other hand,
4 out of 10 no.
Think you're just an asshole.
Good, better, good enough.
Failure to properly identify myself as a police officer. Sounds like what I was guilty of most of my career, actually. I'm not sure I was supposed to be a police. Not really.
What were you supposed to be, huh?
Billy from the Power Rangers, the Blue Ranger.
We're going to need better. Either Colvin goes back to the CI or we sit on this address for a while, see what we can see.
Oh, fuck it, then. Let's name the source, put him right in the affidavit.
It's Colvin's call, isn't it?
It's Stringer Bell. Lester figured it out from the DNRs.
Bell was snitching out Barksdale? You're sure of this?
Well, maybe that explains the murder. What's in the wire?
And maybe that puts him in contact with some of our monitored cell phones. If he's as cautious as Stringer, maybe not.
My guess is Barksdale never touches a cell phone. Safe house might be our best shot.
We stay on the wires until this batch of burners goes dead, hoping we hear Barksdale. But meanwhile, we get a warrant for that safe house and wait on him there.
Thanks for the cover last night.
Yeah, just like he told her when they were in the hotel room, have your partner say, oh, they're at the courthouse or they're at lockup or something, and Kima. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm not expecting anything to happen this episode because a lot happened last episode, but like I always thought that this would be like the ripples of what happened. Well, press is on the motherfucker. You're gonna get your camera stolen.
Cameras have found our little shit pile.
Finally, your fucking councilman took his sweet time, didn't he?
We're here in West Baltimore.
More than a month.
It's something I never thought I'd see from this or any other administration. Frankly, this is one of the reasons we need a change in leadership in this city.
All I can tell you is that for more than 4 weeks now, the Baltimore Police Department surrendered.
Gray and Carcetti getting out ahead of everything. Oh yeah, we're down here. What is this? Who's responsible for this? We need answers. We need answers.
The police officers for weeks have turned a blind
What
eye
the
towards
fuck was I
drug dealers in
thinking?
several locations in West Baltimore. The inhabitants of what has come to be known as Hamsterdam had little to say for the camera.
A couple of people in and out, no sign of Barksdale, though. Okay.
Our friend Carcetti is going to run wild with this. And from the sound of things, Gray is going to run with him.
Tony Gray thinks he's gonna get my chair behind this bullshit.
We're throwing you out of the boat, Irvin. This shit is on you alone.
Not if I talk about how we were under pressure to keep the crime down, to juke the stats district by district.
You never said that.
About how Colvin, under pressure, lost his way. About how I came to you weeks ago.
Days ago.
Weeks ago to tell you what he had done, that Colvin would be relieved and his plan aborted.
Lying motherfucker.
But you heard about the drop in Colvin's felony rate, and you sent me packing. Brought in your liberal-ass do-gooders to seriously consider this horse shit, while Colvin's mistake grew and grew. My hands were tied, Mr. Mayor. I was a prisoner of the goddamn politicians. Or I leave your office right now willing to say a lot less than that. I put what I can on crazy-ass Bunny Colvin, and I take the hit. And if Carcetti or Gray holds hearings, I'm the wall between them and you. In which case, I am your commissioner for the full 5-year term.
Well played. I hate it, but well played.
Deal's made.
Unit 2 to Sector 3. Move on to Winchester Homes.
No way. They're not playing Hail of the Valkyries as they fucking raid into these Hamsterdam zones.
About fucking time.
What the fuck is going on here? What the? Everyone's just throwing drugs everywhere. All those bracelets they got. Whoa. Yeah, after everyone takes off, you don't know who has stuff, who's selling stuff. At that point, you're just grabbing whoever you see. I don't know how they can expect all these charges to stick. Aw.
Son, this nigga Stringer Bell, man, was bagging Chris, yo. For real. Like, you know what I mean? Digging in his pocket, talking about how much cheese he gonna give us, you know what I mean? Nigga just dropped to his fucking knees like a little cocksucker, man. Started crying. That shit was worse than fucking pathetic.
Yo, that's Marlo.
Get on your burner, man.
Was that Snoop talking about Stringer's death? Because I don't think Snoop was there.
Tall man says to tell y'all the soldier. They up at the rim shop. Yeah.
What you want?
Slim said they got the eye on Marlo.
Huh?
I'm just saying, you know, all the boys, they all waiting on you.
Go ahead, man. I'm behind you.
Well, if you're feeling guilty or weird or bad about the Stringer thing, you shouldn't be sending your boys out to get possibly fucked up going after Marlo. Oh?
City Hall wants the bulldozers through here at dawn and then fencing all around the site. Winchester Homes and the Coppers plan as well. We got it. Come tomorrow, the television reporters get nothing they can stand in front of.
Excuse me, Deputy, sir. We found a body.
There's got to be some sort of reveal, some sort of shock. Like, why would they?
Any trauma?
Can't tell for sure.
Oh, shit.
Take him to OCME in a jail wagon. I don't want the fucking reporters seeing any ambos.
I wonder, no, if he would have gotten the $5 if he would have bust out of there or not, who knows?
Location has multiple suspects and may contain automatic weapons.
Word travels fast, huh? Shit.
Barone called Johns Hopkins personally this morning. Dragged your name into the gutter. Johns Hopkins doesn't need the notoriety. The chief academic officer of a major research university doesn't want to hear that some new hire makes up the rules as he goes along.
Damn. He thought he was out and off the Hopkins.
I'm up.
Where's the technical? I'll call for QRT.
You ain't heard? Got a little busy tonight tearing down Bunny Coven's fuck-up.
With all that going on, you're lucky you even got us, man.
So now they're gonna go in there without all the right gear.
The Baltimore Police Department surrendered portions of a police district to the drug trade.
By tomorrow, the story goes national and Washington reacts. Save the best questions for Tony Gray. He needs to shine even more than you.
She wants to make Gray shine, but I have a feeling that he's gonna, like, pivot or change something and fucking dunk on him and, like, just keep on going.
These guys are at war with another crew. We go charging in there, chances are we will get lit up.
Yeah, I saw, definitely saw a MAC-10. I thought I saw a Scorpion, which is wild.
Marlo, his boy Chris, and Vincent, they still eating. But the rest of the muscle, he rolled out.
Guns down or blaze?
Ugly ass niggas shouldn't be in here fucking around with all these guns and shit, you know what I'm talking about? Open it.
Yeah, no, we got nothing. What's up? What's up?
That be mine. In fact, all that's mine. You got a law degree?
Before on the parole violation, no matter whatever else happens, you do every day what's left of your 7 without seeing a jury.
Maybe even conspiracy to murder. We take this federal, see if we can't get you 10 to life. No parole.
Whatever. In between them 2 days, give you something to think on.
Uh-oh. You know that we know now.
Dang. Missed our shot. Bro, man.
Meanwhile, everyone else.
I swear to God, I will spend what's left of my career shitting on every last supervisor in your district. From shift commanders down to sector sergeants, not one of them will have any rank at all if we hear so much as a bark out of you.
Look, my people saw this as a tactical deployment only. The responsibility is mine alone.
Well, you won't fall alone. Unless you're willing to fall exactly as we want you to.
After Comstat, you go to retirement services and drop papers, going out at a lieutenant's grade.
Damn.
That's right, you're busted back.
I can retire with my 30 right now before you bust me. I got vacation time enough to make my 30.
Fuck your vacation time. You're out today at the lower grade.
That's against the goddamn contract.
What part of Bendover didn't you understand?
I'd fight it if you don't want this shit to blow up. You're gonna give me my shit. I mean, it's already blown up. You know what I mean?
It's not just $17 million in federal funding for Baltimore law enforcement that you've jeopardized. Take off another $200 million of federal money in your operating budget, another $75 in capital expenditures, plus untold millions in pass-through federal dollars from Annapolis. All told, we're talking about $500 million a year that Baltimore will be doing without.
Washington should know that what happened in West Baltimore in no way reflects the policies of my administration.
That was an aberration, Mr. Talmadge. The work of one misguided police official.
For the deputy drug czar to take the time out to drive 30 miles north to deliver that message, hardly necessary. Rest assured.
Where the older ones at?
Marlo got his package back out.
So now all the other kids are just back to doing that. Well, of course, you know, they're going for the money.
Fire Burrell. This nonsense began in his shop without him knowing it. Fire the man and move on.
Hell.
Everyone's got fucking leverage on everyone else, and it's all coming down.
Right now, I need him where he is, if for no other reason than to take the hit for this thing right here. But I tell you what I'm gonna do, though. I'm gonna shine on that new girl you like in the 11th. Yeah. Give her a spot on the ticket, cut your netter loose. Netter's had her day. I respect the fact that you stood by me, Odell. I respect loyalty.
And without regard to the criminal statutes he was sworn to enforce, thereby disgracing himself and his command.
Is any of that subject to any contradiction or argument whatsoever, Major Colvin?
No, sir.
No argument at all, Bunny? Not much you can say, is there? Not the real police.
Get on with it, motherfucker.
Excuse me, Major?
Yes!
Major Colvin is relieved of duty. You are now the acting commander of the Western District.
Yeah, at least it's going to someone he trusts. You know, it's not some fucking dickhead or, you know.
Hey, Bun.
Hey, the collection of ties.
Who's that, Crutchfield?
Nah, Norris. Sleeping on a stakeout.
Do they all do it, or is it only Bunk?
Got to be the stupidest motherfucker that I've ever gone out with.
Bernard.
Wait to go to jail.
I can't. Yes! To get the fuck away from him.
Look, he came to me and said we could sell drugs if we moved down to Vincent Street. And that's where I moved my crew. And you know I did. Because you the one that popped me with a G-Pack on my way to the spot and let me go, remember? And this must be one of them contraptment things.
You mean entrapment?
Kid's got a point.
Ha! 19 in bracelets from Barksdale on down. Another 8 wanted on warrants.
Well, it's good work nonetheless, Major Daniels.
Oh?
Call came in from the mayor's office half-hour ago. And now with Colvin, there's a new vacancy.
What about my wife?
What about her?
The mayor, you net a seat. Why would the mayor...
Good police work, maybe.
Greasing these wheels.
Not everything is politics.
I don't believe you.
How's your family take it?
Yeah. The leader done dropped herself 30 pounds and got herself a real estate license, so I guess she fixing to leave me.
It's funny, but it could be true.
Last tip he gave me, it was a winner. Yeah, her. It's good work. Stringer Bell was shot to death 2 days ago.
So anyway, I
He talked to him and then it
put his
happened.
name on the paper to tighten the PC.
I figured, what the fuck, once he's aced, right?
Will that loop...
You always cut them corners, didn't you?
Is that gonna loop in him? Is on the phone log or something with Colvin?
You cut a few yourself, Major.
That could be bad.
However it ends, you're good police. Look, I just did what I did. Felt right. I'm fine with that.
I feel like they would end on a shot like this, the roof shot, throwing it up there, but we got like 15 minutes left. And he didn't drink much of the beer, because it got everywhere. So the wind never blows? Wait a minute.
I don't understand.
Drinking wine.
Did he smile? Wait a minute.
You and me in public. But your wife.
She wins without me. On the mayor's ticket. She wins.
And you make Major?
I think she was waiting for this day more than I ever was. And now she's not here.
No.
Kind of awkward to
not.
phrase it like that when you're sitting across from her.
From out of nowhere, huh?
Nowhere is right.
Why me?
Hey!
I guess you don't live right.
It's my favorite 40-year-old woman. That's a joke from season 2. She looks younger here than she did.
What happened?
Thought I saw you. Stringer's dead.
I guess I finished something today.
Your case?
More than that. It's like everything I poured into a glass came out the bottom. And I just kept on pouring. Like the thing had a hole in it, you know? Things that make me right for this job, maybe they're the same things that make me wrong for everything else.
Do you want to come inside for a drink?
Not tonight. But if it's not too late, I wouldn't mind meeting your kids.
Politicians aren't his speed. Civilians aren't his speed. But another cop? Did she stay in or did she get out after season 2? I don't remember if she transferred or... A close-up, multiple close-ups on Lance Reddick's ass was not what I had in my bingo card for today.
for 5 weeks. All evidence of what he was doing managed to elude the entire command staff. You kidding, Commissioner?
I take full responsibility.
I'm under the impression that this administration gave serious consideration to proceeding with Colvin's initiative.
No, sir.
Major Colvin informed you of his effort at a CompStat meeting more than a week ago. His free zone stayed for 6 days after that.
What we have here, I'm afraid, is nothing more complicated than a solitary police commander who, under great pressure, proved to be amoral, incompetent, and unfit for command.
No. It's about more than that. This is more important than who knew what when.
This slow push in on him, on Carcetti.
We can forgive Major Colvin, who out of his frustration and despair found himself condoning something which can't possibly be condoned. We can't do that much. What I can't forgive, ever,
is the leadership that let this...
is how we, you, me, this administration, all of us, how we turned away from those streets in West Baltimore. The poor, the sick, the swollen underclass of our city trapped in the wreckage of neighborhoods which were once so prized, communities which we failed to defend, which we have surrendered to the horrors of the drug trade.
This very rehearsed soapbox moment.
Enough to this administration's indecisiveness and lethargy, to the garbage which goes uncollected, the lots and row houses which stay vacant. If we don't have the courage and the conviction to fight this war the way it should be fought, the way it needs to be fought, using every weapon that we can possibly muster, if that doesn't happen, well, then we're staring at defeat. And that defeat should not and cannot and will not be forgiven.
Hell of a monologue and a one take. I kind of feel like no matter, he had a plan, no matter how the cops spun it. If they went with, it's for this, then he'd go, he would have spun it either way.
But it's better for me if I do something else. It's not you, it's me.
But where...
The Western, I think. The Western feels like home.
So season 2 on the boat, season 4 you'll be away from the team again.
You showed something today.
Just felt like it needed to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you're running for something.
Mm-hmm.
You, Netta. It's been a while.
Is that the one that was part of Cutter's district? Or Dennis's district? Like, did you meet her yet?
Thought Joe was in training.
Remember when I almost shot you? Motherfucker.
So what time you want us to be there tomorrow, Coach?
3:30 be good.
The fuck y'all standing around for? And get to work.
Late in the episode, music arrest montage. I don't want to wind down like this.
To the false promise that our schools are providing a future for our children. This administration and its top-heavy school system.
That's it.
Don't it make you feel sad?
Yeah.
And you're going on a journey.
It's going to be an extension of the whole policing versus soldiering. Oh no, Buck, it's going to happen to you. No. I'm not laughing at her, I'm laughing at her luck. I'm like, Frank Sabacus, season 2. What are we doing more season 2 stuff? Is Omar out of the game? He did say he was leaving, didn't he? Threw away the chopper. I guess season 4 could start with Avon going back to jail, or, you know, the process of him being in jail, or maybe they'll do a time jump, I don't know. Well, fuck me. I guess we're getting some sort of answer. He's got the orange on. Oh, we're in court. Okay. Did he do something to Brianna, or is this just to show that I wanted to see you go to jail, or why would Marlo be there?
Aluminum. Right you are. 30 cents a pound. See, in these modern times, man gotta keep one eye on the ground, pick up what he finds, feel me?
I'm more of a copper guy myself. Aluminum, you gotta be desperate for aluminum. It's so shitty.
How you doing? That's something, huh? Look like they took a bigger race and rubbed across it. No, but before, a dope fiend come down here, cop a little something, ain't nary a soul hassling. Hoppers and police, they just let him be.
It's a good thing, huh?
I'm just saying, cops be back banging on you, hoppers be messing with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Feel like we're about to get that music. Whew. Alright, that was Season 3. Let's get to the outro. Season 3, Episode 12, Mission Accomplished. A reticent Avon readies his troops for a seemingly endless war against Marlowe. Okay. I find it interesting that the episode description is about Marlowe and this potential forever war with Avon, and then one of the last shots we got was Marlowe going to Avon's hearing, the trial, the whatever it was, and just, you know, sitting in the back observing. It just clicked with me now, but in the moment a few minutes ago I didn't realize, why would he be there? Why is he sitting there? It's set up for next season. It's showing us that Marlowe's still here. He sees Avon, and even if Avon's in jail, well, then who's going to run shit on the outside, I guess? They didn't scoop up everyone, right? Because Slim Charles wasn't there when the raid happened on the place. I think we saw Bodie out on the street, so he's out there. Maybe that's kind of it, or a hiatus on Avon's crew. I never really thought about it that way. You know, Brianna, civilian, not really in the game, but she's free, or not involved at least. Major Colvin didn't get to say everything he wanted to say, but that motherfucker that he tried to give the microphone, I think that said enough. So because Colvin took the fall, seemingly, how to say this? I feel like Colvin didn't go out saying everything exactly that he wanted to say, which makes me believe that he did kind of, you know, fall and leave the way they wanted to keep him at his major pay. Because that was the threat, you know, we'll drop you down to lieutenant, and then, you know, so I'm assuming he went out and kept the pay. Again, I have not edited the prior 2 episodes, so Carcetti's intentions and his plotting and scheming, when I go back and edit, perhaps by the time I get back up to this point, his intentions will be more clear to editing me. Because watching me, you know, taking it in and trying to process, and the scenes keep rolling, so I can't really stop and idle. I was convinced at the time, at least, that Carcetti's response was going to be based on how the cops spun it. If the cop said this is a humanitarian effort, blah, 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 then he would have spun it as, look at how horrible it is. But if the cops would have been, look how horrible it, you know, like, I think Carcetti would have been like, we need change, we need a soft hand, Calvin is right, we need to, you know, treat these people better. Like, I feel like he had avenues either way. Not too indifferent than his character in another show, making deals with people, so that no matter who won a battle, he had talked to each side, and each side, whichever side won, he would benefit from it in one way or another. Like, he'd get the promotion. So, man, Omar seems to be out of the game, or is just leaving. As much as I enjoy his character, if his character left the show, I'd feel happy knowing that he's alive and well, and, you know, just out there robbing drug dealers and doing Omar stuff. No, this was a really enjoyable season. I'm really curious as to, you know, when season 1 ended, I was like, well, what's the show going to do now? They wrapped up the case, and, you know, comments said the story goes on, the characters move on, there are more cases, and, you know, we saw Avon in jail and Stringer on the outside, and then they got woven in with Sabatka and some of the dealers, and, you know, crossover with characters and Prop Joe and whatnot. So it's like, so going from season 2 to 3, I was like, okay, what are they going to do? And now we had season 3, which kind of felt like season 1 part 2. So now I'm wondering with season 4, because McNulty thought he saw Beatty, right? That's her name, the cop, the prior episode, and now this episode he went by her house, wants to meet the kids. He didn't want to come in tonight, so there's going to be other nights. So, you know, maybe season 4 will be the kind of Avon's back in jail, and we're going to check back in with, I don't know, the dock workers, the labor guys, the Greek, all those guys. Ooh, or maybe it'll be dudes from New York or DC or some outside thing, And then season 5 will be a culmination. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't be predicting. I'm just rambling. Uh-oh. The cats woke up. Wrapping it up. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm looking forward to the 4th season. Don't know when it's going to happen, but I hope to see you then. Thanks again, and goodbye.